Hi, I'm Ethan. I love muzzleloading, and this is your muzzleloading news for the month of November. Last week, Schuetzen Blackpowder announced that they'll be hosting their 2021 Black Powder Giveaway. This is a free Black Powder giveaway that lasts until December 3rd, so by the time you're watching this, you have a few days left to enter. Schuetzen Blackpowder is giving away 25 pounds of free black powder. That's an entire case of black powder to a winner in the continental United States. This is absolutely free to enter. All you need to do is provide Schuetzen Powder a name and a mailing address. They don't keep any of this information after the giveaway is over and a winner is selected. They remove all the information, so you don't need to worry about any of your privacy. They've done this for a few years now, and there have been no complaints there. And in the end, you know, when we're looking at this year of 2021 here being kind of difficult to find black powder, this is a nice kind of Christmas gift for the winner out there that Schuetzen Blackpowder is giving out. So we'd like to thank them for doing this great giveaway. We'll have a link to this. It'll be probably the first or second link in the description below. Along with that black powder giveaway, we're getting reports now that the Swiss and Schuetzen black powder delivery that was expected to come in here this late fall is hitting the United States and is being sent out to distributors now. So if you've been looking for some Swiss black powder or black powder in general after the news of GoX closing, you need to start checking in with your distributors and your online retailers to see if you can pick any of that up. Again, you know, try to pick up a few pounds to know that you can keep shooting, but try to leave some for everybody else if you can. Next up, we have a Flintlock only hunting season being requested in Kentucky. As interest in muzzleloading and traditional muzzleloader hunting has increased a bunch over the last couple years here, the Kentucky Corps of Long Riflemen has gotten together with one of their state representatives to start maybe bringing in the conversation of bringing a Flintlock only season to the state of Kentucky. We reported on this on ilovemuzzling.com if you'd like to see some more details. On November 6th, 2021, Kentucky State Representative Matt Koch visited the Corps Fall Rendezvous and discussed the possibility of a statewide deer season for Flintlock rifles with Corps members. Representative Koch was presented with a proclamation by Corps President Carl King expressing support for a Flintlock-only deer season. Now, this isn't necessarily concrete or something that we know is going to move forward, but it's great to hear that a Kentucky representative is talking with a muzzleloading group like the Corps of Long Riflemen to maybe bring a Flintlock-only or Flintlock-exclusive hunting season, much like we see in Pennsylvania, to the state of Kentucky. Kentucky and Pennsylvania have kind of had a rivalry over the past, 40, 50 years about the name of the Kentucky or the Pennsylvania long rifle, having a cheeky back and forth competition every few years here. So it's great to see maybe the possibility of bringing a heritage Flintlock only season to Kentucky. Now, I'm sure there'll be a lot of back and forth on folks who support or don't support this, but I think in the end, if we can get some more hunters out there shooting, especially hunting and shooting traditional muzzleloaders, it's always great to see. I think these traditional exclusive seasons, while I'm in full support of rifle seasons where folks shoot all kinds of muzzleloaders and muzzleloader seasons where people shoot all kinds of muzzleloaders, it is nice for states to bring in these heritage seasons so that we can, as hunters and sportsmen, connect with our forefathers that were able to settle and sustain their families so that we could be here today with those same type of rifles. In news that I didn't expect to see here this month, Canadian muzzleloader sales are up 16%. The gunblog.ca has published details on the number of firearms purchased and imported by Canadians from January to September 2021. We'll have a full link to the source and their documentation in the description down below so you can read it yourself. This is going to be kind of an overview of this information. I really encourage you to check it out though. It's neat to see this happening with our neighbors to the north. Much like the increase in firearms sales here in the US, Canada has seen year-over-year growth in firearm purchases since last year. For Canadians, modern handguns were the only category to slow, with all other categories seeing some growth, including muzzleloaders. According to the data, muzzleloaders have seen a 15.9% increase in imports since the first of the year. Muzzleloading enthusiasts spent over $1.3 million Canadian importing muzzleloading firearms in 2020. The average price of each muzzleloader was $277 in Canadian dollars. Regardless of your choice of muzzleloader, especially as we head into the hunting seasons here, it's still nice to see Canadians increasing their interest and saying that with their dollars, that they want to be more involved with muzzleloading shooting sports. In resource and education news, Jay Hopkins has recently announced that his greatly anticipated Volume 2 of the BoneTipped and Banded Horns book is ready for publication. Distribution is planned for the book once it's printed in March of 2022, just in time for the annual Horn Fair. This is going to be the 25th annual Horn Fair from the Honorable Company of Horners. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But if you're interested in this book, I really encourage you to check out Volume 1. You can see a lot of the great photos and documentation that this book brings to you. Volume 2 is going to be even more of that, with more high quality photos, documentation, and information about these wonderful original horns. These make a great addition to any long rifle or muzzleloading enthusiast library, especially if you're interested in the traditional craft and kind of do-it-yourself accoutrements like many of us are. This volume will be hardbound with approximately 320 pages. Over 140 powder horns will be featured, and in those 320 pages there will be over 600 high quality full color images. Each horn will be illustrated and measured in multiple parameters with various materials and woods identified. For those interested, a special limited edition hand-signed copy is available for pre-order. This will also get you into the sponsorship tier of the book. You can have your name printed in the book as a supporter of Jay and the book's publication. That's $135 plus $10 shipping and handling. If you're not interested in sponsorship, you can order the book without that extra tier for $79.95 plus $10 shipping and handling, or you can arrange with Jay to pick it up at one of the shows that he travels to during the year and save out on that shipping cost. We'll have information in the description below and at ilovemuzzleloading.com, where you can check out and mail in your checks to pre-order this great book. The long rifle and muzzleloading living history shows have pretty much calmed down for the rest of the year, but we're starting to look at the shows for next year already. Recently, the Kalamazoo show announced that it would be returning after a 2-year COVID-related hiatus due to restrictions, but we're excited to see this show opening back up, and they put out a call for vendor registrations here. We'll have a link in the description below where you can send in your vendor information or request it so that Leslie and Rick can send it out to you. This is one of my favorite shows of the year, and really one of the first shows that I get out to in the year, and if you're in the area, I know a lot of folks even travel from all the way around Wisconsin, Minnesota area to make it to this show. It's kind of a spring CLA show, but a bit bigger, I would say. So if you're interested in shows like that and you're in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area, you want to check out the Kalamazoo Living History Show. Before the Kalamazoo show, we have the Kentucky and Alabama Long Rifle Show. Coming up in January, we have the Alabama-Kentucky Long Rifle Show. The Alabama-Kentucky Long Rifle Show is an antique rifle show dedicated to the Kentucky rifle and its heritage. There will be antique and contemporary Kentucky rifles on display, as well as powder horns, handmade knives, hunting pouches, and many handcrafted items that were from the colonial period. This is a family-oriented show, so please bring the youngsters out to the show. We have a special table set up for the ladies to show their craft items. The show is open to the public on Friday, January 14th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, January 15th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Adult admission is $10 and is good for Friday and Saturday. Children under the age of 16 are free. This is a great show. See a lot of great photos and videos. I think Bob McBride from Black Powder TV has a great video. We'll link right here for you to check out from last year's show. But I have several friends that are already planning to go to this show, so I know with them in attendance, it's going to be a great one. So check that out if you're looking for a show kind of in the Kentucky, Alabama, Tennessee area coming up this spring. If you're in Indiana and looking for a show to attend in January, you need to check out the Linton Trade Fair hosted by the Buck Creek Muzzleloaders. This show represents a period from 1750 to 1840, and it runs from January 22nd to 23rd in 2022. The show runs from 9 to 5 on Saturday and 9 to 3 on Sunday. It's at the Roy Clark Community Building in the Linton City Park in Linton, Indiana. There's going to be a special guest author, Eddie Price. Admission is only $3. Children 12 and under are free with a paid adult. We'll have more information on this in a link in the description below you can check out. This is, I think, one of the very first shows here in the Midwest in the year. I haven't had a chance to attend. I'm looking forward to attending this year, but the reviews on this show are great. I think it's the kind of show where everybody gets out and stretches their legs and breaks the frost off a little bit from the winter. In I Love Muzzleloading news, I wanted to share that we're continuing our muzzleloader hunting giveaway. If you send in a picture of you with your muzzleloading trophy from the hunting season 2021 into January 2022, you'll be entered to win a free I Love Muzzleloading hat like one of these. This is a nice, comfortable kind of dad cap, baseball cap. It's got a nice fabric deal, clasp here on the back, and a custom leather ilovemuzzleloading.com placard there on the front. We're just doing this to help promote muzzleloader hunting. So you know, it's a chance to win a free hat. You can't argue too much with that. We have 3 classes. We have one for traditional, one for modern, and then we have a youth hunting class for anybody 18 and under. So if you're out there with a youngster, you know, please take some pictures and send them in to us. We put them on the ilovemuzzleloading.com/hunting webpage and on the social media pages to help promote muzzleloader seasons and muzzleloader hunting. I think the more that we show people enjoying the great tradition of muzzleloader hunting, I think the more we can do to promote and preserve the sport for future generations. So, you know, check that out. It's been a lot of fun to see all of your hunting pictures coming in. If you want to enter, you can email us at ilovemuzzleloading@gmail.com. You can go ahead and in the subject line there, you can put hunting hat giveaway or hunting giveaway. Or something there. If you want to talk to us on the podcast about your hunting season or maybe one of the trophies that you've brought in this year, please get in touch, especially if you can send in a few photos too. I'd love to share your hunting stories. We're really finding that as people get interested in muzzleloading, it's nice for them to hear from folks that are into it from all walks of life, and they're able to kind of see that you don't need to be a professional right out the bat. You don't need to be a pro staffer. You don't need to be perfect right out the gate. Being able to associate with some of the enthusiasts that are out there is a big gain for us to kind of share our stories and get people and keep people involved. The contest runs until January 2022, so we've done October. We're still finishing up here with November, so send in your pictures. Or if your hunting season opens up in December, we've got time for you too, as well as January. So the contest runs really until the end of January 2022, so check it out. We'll have a couple more reminders out there here on the web to keep you posted. I just wanted to say here at the time of recording, we've been doing this for just about 6 months now, and the reception we've had has just been fantastic. The I Love Muzzleloading podcast just recently passed 10,000 downloads, which in that amount of time, I just had no idea that that would be possible. So I'd like to thank everybody that's watched and listened for that. It's been real humbling to see all the support for muzzleloading and from the muzzleloading community for the website and for the stuff that we've been doing here. So, you know, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to continuing all of this into 2022 here and doing our best to keep preserving and carrying on the great muzzleloading traditions here in the United States. If you ever have any ideas that you'd like to see us cover, we've been experimenting with a little bit of stuff on the range. You know, feel free to shoot out an email, ilovemuzzleloading@gmail.com. Happy to listen to your feedback and your ideas about some of the stuff we could be covering or talking about here on the website. So, I'm Ethan. I love muzzleloading. As always, if you'd like to learn more about anything we discussed in this or any of the other videos on the channel, please visit ilovemuzzleloading.com. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.